What's up, guys? I'm SaltEMike, and this is your Star Citizen Week in Review for January 22nd, 2024. CIG is continuing to patch, but only one feature, and they're finally working on one of the most requested features ever. And did you miss it? You can now buy a lot of ships again. All that and more on today's Week in Review. And as always, if this is your first Week in Review, this is where I take all of the official Star Citizen news each week and share some of my opinions about them. And I also live stream on Twitch every day now, starting at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And I want to thank everybody who stops by and says hello over here from YouTube over on the Twitch channel. I really appreciate it. It is really heartwarming. It's awesome. Now, before we get into the review, I do want to tell you about today's sponsor. This video is brought to you by Manscape.com, but more specifically, the Performance Package Ultra 5.0. The flagship in this package is the brand new Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Electric Trimmer. The next-gen dual skin-safe blade heads feature longer, wider, and the most noticeable difference is the rounded teeth on the trimmer blade, which makes it tough on hair, but not on your skin. It also comes with the foil blade. Now, the trimmer can only get so close, but if you are looking for bare, smooth skin, you are going to want to swap to the foil blade for that really, really close shave. But they aren't two different products. The trimmer and the foil blade are removable heads that attach to the 5.0 base, making it two products in one. You also get the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose hair trimmer, and for me, this is the product that I use the most. You are also going to get the Crop Soother, an aftershave for your balls, and the Crop Preserver, deodorant, for down there as well. Now, with the Performance Package, you also get two free gifts. You get a pair of their Boxers 2.0, which are mega comfortable, and the Shed 2.0, which is a really awesome travel kit for all the great Manscaped products. So join over the 9 million men worldwide who have put their confidence in Manscaped, and head over to Manscaped.com and get your hands on the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra today. When you use my promo code SaltEMike, you get 20% off plus free international shipping and two free gifts. Once again, that's 20% off plus free international shipping and two free gifts with promo code SaltEMike at Manscaped.com. Thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring today, and let's get back into the video. Now, I want to thank you guys for listening to the sponsor spots and engaging with them. They really do help me out, and with that, we do have a bit to talk about this week, even on a really slow week, starting out with a couple of patches on this week's PTU. And starting out with Tuesday, we got some bug fixes, but they were Siege of Orison fixes only. They're really pushing to get this mission cleaned up, but the weird thing is that there's absolutely nothing else being added or fixed right now at all. All we know is that there's a lot more fixes in the known issues that needs to be addressed, but none of them are being addressed currently. But it is the beginning of the year, so maybe the mission team is more, kind of got the ball rolling than the other teams. Hard to say. Friday patch, they've had now a few more days, more bug fixes, again, only for Siege. And this resolved a lot of the known issues from the Tuesday patch, but again, not a single thing related to any other aspect of the game this week. Now, they did have something planned that I was really excited for, a replication layer test with the ability to see the impact on the servers, because they were going to have server recovery turned on, and this was going to be released on the test preview channel, but unfortunately it wasn't ready for release this weekend. Out of all the news this week, this is what I was looking forward to the most, because this simply would be one of the most impactful features ever added to the game up to this point, and seeing how smooth or not smooth the transition from a server crash would have been really awesome. Now, I do expect to see it next week, given their response seems like they're pretty close. So they just wanted to clean up a couple of things before they get it into our hands. Now, there was also an Arena Commander test this week. The Arena Commander team, we learned kind of last week, though, that they were becoming a PU team. So weirdly, they tested 3 modes on the PTU. Duo Showdown, which is basically fight or flight mode, 2v2 dogfighting. Kill Collector, which kills only count when you loot the item on the player's body to confirm a kill, so you have to make sure you're actually safe before looting instead of just blasting like we do in Gun Rush. And Kill Collector with vehicles, so essentially it would be similar to grabbing heals on Arena Commander. If you've done that, you would just hover over the hologram, and then that would count as a kill. Then we're going to move on to the Squadron 42 monthly report. And for the Squadron 42 report, and for now, I still plan on only covering what will likely make it into the PU. So the full report will be linked down below, and if you're interested in the single-player game's progress, you can check it out there. But starting out with animations, the first set of skills that CIG plans on working on are the takedown progression animations. So the more takedowns you do, the better at them you're going to be. They showed a lot of the examples at CitizenCon, and I expect to see these in the PU when they're ready as well, except for the fact that we're going to be able to do takedowns on each other, so the whole single-player thing versus multiplayer thing is definitely going to play, a factor here. Now, gameplay features, everyone is working on kind of the same thing. They're figuring out how all the things that they worked on in the single-player are going to move into the PU. Now, most features, they say, are moving over smoothly. I really beg to differ. Everything that's moved over so far has had problems, but hopefully whatever makes it into the later 322 and 323 patches are what they're talking about, and they're going to kind of come in smoother than what we've had already. The star map is being polished as well, but more importantly, they're figuring out how to add one of the most anticipated features we've ever had, the landing UI, and they're using basically the work that they've done on the star map to get that working. And lastly, the character customizer is getting some polish as well, and I think we're going to see that fairly soon also. And that's it in terms of PU items from the Squadron 42 report. So once again, if you're interested in the progress on the game itself, check out the link in the description down below. Now let's go into the other updates. And with that, we always start out with the sneak peek. This one's pretty easy. It's a cave, obviously, but it's not the rocky caves from CitizenCon. These are more damp. So it's a new cave type, but the quote implies that they won't be as empty as the sand caves were that we saw not too long ago. It reads, "The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure you seek." First off, treasure doesn't exactly exist in this game yet, as most items are super generic, but also caves have been a pain point for a little while now with their lack of gameplay, and most of them are very difficult to find without any missions in the first place at them. Even Janelite didn't bring people to caves very much. Maybe this is them trying to resolve that. I just hope it's retroactive to all the cave work that they've done in the past as well, so whatever treasure we might find will also be in the other cave types, right? And then we have the In Case You Missed It sale. Big news, everyone. CIG is running a ship sale. This one is about giving you a chance to buy all the ships that were sold in 2023. Most notably, the F-8C is back on sale. There's some people that are mad about this. There's others that are, doing the CIG is a company thing and needs to make money instead of a video game. You do need the golden ticket to get them again, and I'm noticing that there's a lot of issues with spawning in the loot crates, so people are really having difficulty looting them. So that's actually been a thing. It also seems to be a really good sale for people who are into the CCU game. So if you're looking to get a little discount on some of the more expensive ships, there are ships that are available with upgrades in this sale, and the sale is going to end on the 29th. Speaking of ship sales, but for UEC, 323 was said on Spectrum this week from Jake that they're going to let us purchase in-game all of the ships that were sold at IAE 2023. So this should include the Sulin from Gattac, the Santokiai, the C1 Spirit, the Tumbrel Storms, the Argo SRV, and I think maybe that Racing Fury. So that's pretty cool there. Now, that really covers it for this week. Obviously, this was probably the most dead week that we've seen the entire year, actually, except for maybe the holidays. So all that's expected to be over after this week, essentially, and they should be back with ISC. They should be back with SCL. So expecting a lot more from this show coming in the next couple weeks. And I think we're going to just get back to rolling on things again after all of this. So we should be back to normal. Fingers crossed that we are, but the first ISC back is usually not too great either, so we'll have to see. As always, guys, leave a comment down below on anything that we discussed today. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more weeks in review. And with that, I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching.